I'm Yuri.
I'm Jakub.
And we're going for a ride. (2018) BMW M760Li.
X-Drive, long wheelbase, executive package.
And this is a car for sitting in the back. So we're sitting in the back.
No suits.
But we're not doing it the cliche way. We actually hired the best driver. We'll talk to you about him later.
Yeah.
So this car is insanely fast.
It is.
Twin turbo V12.
Yeah, as if a V12 wasn't enough. A 6.6 liter V12. Yeah, let's just throw 2 turbos on it.
So how much horsepower do we have?
600.
Torque?
590.
But you think there's more horsepower than they tell you.
Yes, because according to the sport gauges, it goes up to 640, and I've seen it go pretty much just below 640 for some reason.
Ooh.
You get maximum torque at 1500 RPM, so you get 590 pound-feet of torque from pretty much dead stop.
Yeah, this thing's like a freight train.
So basically what happens when you get driven in this car, / you drive this car, / we have the best drivers right here, it just does not stop pulling. You floor it and you're like, okay, cool, there's my V12, but you keep flooring it, there's your 2 turbos, and it just keeps going.
Yeah, this is like pretty much a sports car. Well, it is a sports car.
This is a sports limousine.
It's really, really fast.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it should be, especially for the price.
What's the price?
This one is $182,000 Canadian.
Canadian.
That's a lot of money.
It's insane. So this is kind of like an S-Class, except the S-Class we had didn't have all this cool stuff in the back.
Right, but you could get the executive package for the S-Class, but we only had the S560. This would be like an S63, S65 equivalent because this has the V12.
So we won't compare, but we'll do a comparison in the future.
That's right. What I will compare are the headrests. The softness of the headrests back here, unreal. The softness of the headrest for the amazing driver, it's a little bit stiffer, but still very soft.
Yeah, this is the softest headrest. I love it.
Back here, it's the best. Everything is fully adjustable. We can get massages.
They're kind of weak.
They are kind of weak, but we can get them. Fully customizable, your type of massage, your level of massage, everything.
What's better than the massage is the exercise program.
Yes.
So you program to push how far you push in on each side, and then it trains you. So I guess if you're rich and you're getting driven to work all the time, but you don't work out, you can just work out in your BMW limo.
And you're always stressed out, so it relaxes you.
Yeah, hey, if you had to work, where would you put your laptop?
I'd probably put it right here.
Let me get that for you.
Oh, thank you.
I guess I'm like your assistant today.
You are the assistant. Ah, my perfect VIP tray table.
Okay, let's put this crap away.
Yeah. Don't call it crap. VIP luxury.
Whatever.
Should we get to this while we're in this section?
Yeah.
This is pretty overwhelming.
So it's a 4-seater, not a 5-seater.
Technically a 3-seater in this position.
Yes.
So I should explain this position. I'm in a much better position than Yuri because only the passenger on this side gets maximum seat, full extension, and a footrest.
And how do you do it? You push a little button.
Push a button, or you can use this crazy tablet.
But this thing takes forever to move that front seat up, and it's not even like a smooth motion. It's like
I like it. You know
why?
why?
I want
Because it makes me feel more important than whoever's driving me.
It makes me feel like I got ripped off because the seat can't move fast. Think about it.
I don't want to think about it. I've already made up my choice.
And now you got to live with it.
I would be very happy to live with my choice if this was it.
Yeah. How's your bank account happy with the gas mileage?
Well, I probably wouldn't care that much.
Okay. Speaking of gas mileage,
it does get gas mileage,
but you don't need to put 91 in there.
Which was weird, and I felt bad. So when my driver filled it up, I definitely told him to put 91 in it.
And as for drivers, we got the most famous YouTube drivers we could find. You guys are doing a great job up there. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the drive.
That was the best driving I've ever seen. You're amazing. You guys want to experience launch control?
Back to this rear passenger area.
We have this crazy tablet, and if you press this button, it gets presented to you. Now, the funniest thing, though, is that it's an Android tablet. We do not have Android Auto in this car. So if I take this tablet and glue it to that screen over there, technically we have full Android in the front now. It only has Apple CarPlay.
Because Apple CarPlay is the best.
So they put an Android tablet in the back, but not in the front.
People who have Androids won't be buying this car. Let's just put it that way.
Maybe they will. The funniest part about this tablet is the reminder that you have a V12.
Yes, there are V12 badges everywhere on this car.
V12 badge count?
Solid amount of V12 badges.
That's a lot of V12 badges.
You kind of want more though.
But there's no twin turbo badges.
Yeah.
Because V12 is more classy and luxurious than saying twin turbo. But you know what would be amazing?
What?
If they took this back straight to the 80s and they put twin turbo on all the seatbelts, twin turbo everywhere on every possible part of this car.
Brown with orange and yellow and red decals.
Yes. Okay, back to the tablet. You can do everything with this. You can adjust your interior lighting, you can adjust the colors, the brightness levels, everything.
Not many color options, but I think they did that so it doesn't clash with the orange from the dash on the BMW.
True. We also have sun protection, aka maximum peasant blockers. So if I press this button right here, block out all the peasants. Or I can also do it through the tablet. So I can also press this button right here and done.
Yeah, you can also control your satellite radio stations from the back seat. It can't rewind, so it's a waste of money.
Oh, totally.
But it all ends there. There's like nothing else cool you can do from this tablet. You can't like watch YouTube. It's not preloaded with movies like an airplane. It's like kind of useless. You can do screen mirroring, but
it's impressive.
for this price, I would like a subscription to Netflix at least, or something like.
That would be pretty cool if you could have Netflix, YouTube, something on there.
But I mean,
But I can watch what the driver's doing, where the driver's going, which is kind of cool. Not as cool as YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube.
It's a cool presentation, but it's lacking substance.
I agree.
But I mean, if you're like working, you got your tray table, and if you own this car, you've got ashtrays because you probably smoke cigarettes in expensive cars.
Cigars?
Cigarettes, bro.
No way, cigars.
No.
I'm gonna put the tablet away now in its little holder place.
Which is cool because it locks it back in.
Exactly.
Back to this area, we have our seat controls on the side for each one of us.
Yes, we do.
We've got cup holders in front, but I think these cup holders suck because it's too much of a reach.
Slightly too much of a reach, I do agree.
It's definitely very nice back here, and everybody who I've driven around back here has been very impressed
Yes.
with the realization that they're poor.
Yeah, if there's anything that this car could do to you if you can't afford it, it's sit in it and make you feel like you really can't afford it. And you're missing out on a lot of stuff in life.
Yeah. And something you may have not noticed, women like to appreciate the vanity mirrors up here.
Oh, interesting.
Sorry if that's sexist, but only the women pointed it out.
There you go. We also have light up speakers back here and in the front. You can control that through the tablet.
That's the coolest part of the lighting system, is that the speakers light up.
And the sound system in here is amazing.
Yes.
Bowers and Wilkins obviously sounds incredible.
You can't rewind satellite radio stations, but
No one
sounds
cares.
good.
Well, actually, I do kind of.
It sounds good when you catch the last 10 seconds of that song you really wanted to listen to.
Very true.
You know the Mini Cooper can rewind satellite radio stations and it runs on the same system, right?
Technically, yes.
Cool. Just checking.
Now, I'd like to point out this wood pattern. I have never seen a tree or anything that looks like this, so I'd like to know where this was cut down from, and I'd like to visit that tree because this looks amazing.
Yeah.
Whatever this
cool.
is looks absolutely amazing.
I really like the white leather.
The white leather is so good.
I think
it's so comfortable, so soft.
Tan is better, like we had in the Alpina.
White is next level, though.
I like tan.
Tan is classier. White is next level opulence, which is what you want in this.
Opulence.
That's right.
I don't even know what that word means.
Well, it means what we're in.
I literally don't even think I've ever heard anyone use that word.
There you go. Welcome to the Straight Pipes. Shout out to everyone that stares at you when you get driven in this car.
Yeah, this is the coolest.
I'd also like to explain that this is an M760Li, so it's part of the M Performance family, just like the M240i.
Yes.
So it's not a full-blown M7.
Remember I ranted about BMW looks, how they all look the same, they're just different sizes?
Yes.
This is exactly that.
Yes, it is.
But we got that cool color.
Yeah, frozen dark brown.
This is dark brown?
Yeah,
Looks just straight up black.
it does, but it's dark brown.
You know what my favorite part of the looks is?
What?
That silver accent on the front bumper.
That is pretty cool. One thing we haven't talked about, actually there's a lot, the exhaust. M Performance exhaust sounds so loud in sport mode, but dead quiet in comfort and every other mode.
I like how they do that, and I think every car should have that kind of exhaust. Only cool cars though, really.
Active exhaust, big shout outs. Because this car was so overwhelming, I did read the spec sheet. They actually described this system as having mostly straight pipes in it.
Oh, the straight pipes.
There are several different drive modes. So there's Sport, Comfort, and for the first time ever, Comfort Plus.
Comfort Plus.
Just in case Comfort was not enough, there's a Plus. There is also Eco Pro and Adaptive just puts you into one of those modes by itself. But the coolest part is the gauges. The gauges change so quickly between those modes.
Yeah, and the way they change is amazing. Like no matter where the needle is, it's a smooth transition. And unlike Mercedes, BMW doesn't have any glitchy, pixely stuff between transitions.
Everything's very, very quick. However, I have one very minor nitpick because of the price of this car. I expect perfection. In the gauge cluster, it says M760i. This is an M760Li.
You think that warrants a return?
I don't know.
If you own one of these, contact your dealership. Maybe don't, I don't know. Just do a firmware upgrade, send it wirelessly. I was also consulting our driver about what he likes and doesn't like about the front.
And what did the driver say?
He likes that there's clear buttons with screens behind them. So you can actually feel the button, but it's a digital button.
Very cool.
The only thing the driver said he didn't like about that was by the time you feel the button, you've already committed to that button press. So it would be cool if it had to be a button that you pushed down. The next thing the driver liked about this car was that there's a super bonus climate control function.
Which is?
You know, you say your auto climate, say the guy in the back that you're driving around wants it at that temperature, but you need a little burst of cool air. There's a touch slider that you can slide over for a little bit of cool air to your face.
And it's digital.
Technically, the guy in the back seat can set this temperature nice and hot.
That's right.
The driver can give himself a little poof of fresh air, but his butt may be cold, so he can turn on the seat heaters, and then he can also turn on the cooled seats.
And if my preference is to get a certain fragrance in the air, there is a button for ionization of your air. So there's different fragrances that you can get for your car.
There's a lot of cool stuff here.
There's a lot. But I think the Mercedes S-Class, overall, the gauge cluster front interior section is slightly more impressive because of the screens.
I like the look, shape, and lights of Mercedes more than I like the look, shape, and lights of BMWs.
However, from my seating position right now, it's kind of difficult to complain about things.
Yeah. Like I'm good, I'm good.
This car is so comfortable in comfort mode. Sport mode is still very comfortable. Everything is unreal. It's so quiet in here. You can't hear anything. This thing lights up at night. This lights up at night. That thing, it's just, you feel so relaxed driving or being driven in this, which is exactly what you want.
I'm actually so tired right now because it's so relaxing.
But if you were feeling not tired, or if you wanted to be less tired, this has launch control.
Okay.
This does 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, which is 62 miles per hour in 3.7 seconds.
The E63S AMG was like very aggressive and quicker launch.
This is a limo.
Yeah, but I'm just saying 3.5 to 3.7, that one definitely felt like 3.5.
Absolutely.
But I can see this getting there.
It
probably has more pickup once it starts going.
This is maximum luxury send. That was like maximum violent send in the E63S. The transmission is really smooth. You can't feel shifts. There are 8 gears, but it feels like one.
Oh, Mr. S-Class is jealous.
S550. He was driving himself, so he doesn't have that much money. Neither do we, but it just kind of appears like we do right now.
Patreon.
While we're talking about the transmission, the actual shifter area, V12 badge, looks amazing. However, there's gloss black everywhere. Really annoying. Already scratched up, full of dust, full of fingerprints. Just put this wood there. Would it look amazing?
Just make your driver wear white gloves. Who cares?
Yeah, you're right. I'm not used to that kind of stuff.
I'm going to say I do like this shifter. Up is down, down is... I mean, I do want to say that my driver does like this shifter. Up is down, down is up for shifting.
And there are paddles for the driver as well?
Yes, and the driver said when he was driving it aggressively, it was very sporty and had a great time.
The chassis of the car is actually made with some carbon fiber.
Carbon core.
Carbon core. There's a badge that tells you that.
Yeah, that's the only reason I know.
Exactly. It's pretty cool though.
It is cool.
No one else would know. They have to put that badge there. Our driver also told us that it's so effortless to drive this car. The steering, there's no amount of input that you need to do. It's just one finger. It also steers the rear wheels. Yeah, rear wheel steering.
I like it. This also has air suspension.
Yes, it does. Super comfortable, as we mentioned. And speaking of parking, the parking cameras on this.
Oh, next level. This is the most next level parking camera system in the world.
You can watch yourself drive from the outside somehow. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. It also has self-parking, so you can self-park, watch yourself while you self-park.
Do you know how they do that?
Yeah, kind of.
They do 360 cameras, they map it, and then build in around it.
Yeah, and then put in a fake car because the car would be a block. But it's perfect. It's so simple, the actual idea of it.
It's the coolest thing ever.
But it's the coolest execution. More cool stuff, gesture control for the infotainment.
You know what?
Super gimmick.
It's only cool to show people once.
Exactly,
I
and you
figured
never
out-
use it again.
My driver figured out that this is to turn up the volume.
Yes, and you can
This is
switch
to turn down the
songs.
volume. Go to the next song is this.
It's a gimmick, it's pretty cool.
Touchscreen and wheel control.
Which is great.
Yes.
BMW knows how to do that right. This does have lane keep assist, all that kind of stuff. It does have a package for that.
My driver did point out that the lane keep assist in this is not nearly as good or as easy to use as the Mercedes.
Now the final crazy thing that I want to point out is the key. This has two keys. A normal key, which is still pretty nice, got the M colors on it, and the crazy key that actually is a touchscreen. So you actually have to slide to unlock your key.
Yeah, you can see how much gas you have left, how far you can go, stats about your vehicle, and then you can also do RC parking,
Yeah, you can actually park your car with your key.
which is a gimmick, but it's a cool gimmick, and you need those kind of gimmicks in a gimmicky-filled gimmick car,
True,
full of luxury gimmicks
exactly.
and luxury sending and V12. It's,
Yeah, maximum luxury send, maximum luxury gimmicks.
but that's what you expect out of this car.
It is.
and it's all done very well.
It is very well done. If I was a businessman and I needed to business all the time, this is the ultimate business mobile.
Ended off on a visor test.
Yes, we should.
Driver.
Driver, visor test.
Oh!
It
Yes!
passes! There you go, BMW finally learned how to do a visor test. All it takes is $182,000.
The last thing before we end the video and say subscribe, notifications, and Patreon.
What's that?
Volume knob.
Yes, it does. The best volume knob in the business. It does not spin the thing, so they finally figured it out in a $182,000 car.
There, we can end the video.
All right,
Outro.
outro.
I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a drive. This is a subscription break. Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe right now, subscribe. We didn't do that.